Hello, welcome to Doraway family. Today we are going to start with displacement current. You all must have heard about current and how the current is created. We all know that when charges flow from one point to another point in a conductor, we get the current. For many years we had this idea inside us that charges are when charges flow from one point to another point, current is created. And our all calculations were based on that only. But there are a lot of other properties of current too, like we have heating effect, then we have magnetic effect due to current, then we have some thermal properties or thermal effects we can say, and also chemical effect. We have this all effects of currents, right? Okay. But the most important effect is magnetic effect. Magnetic effect is due to the property of current. That is, when current flows from one point to another point, it creates magnetic field. So we can write it down as current creates magnetic field. And we also know that when current flows from one point to another point, it requires a particular material medium. So we can say that current, or most properly charges, require material medium to travel. Okay, so and the most important and very basic thing, the third property, that charges create current, right? Which charges, to be specific? Moving charges create current. We knew these three properties, which are very important properties. First one was current creates magnetic field. Second one, current or charge require material medium to travel. And this is very basic one, that moving charges create current. These three properties were with us and we did all the calculations based on these three properties. But after some time, we came with some complications. Let's say what complications were those. Maxwell did one experiment. Let's see that experiment. Suppose we have this one circuit. This is capacitor and this is suppose key, we can say. This is our closed circuit and here current is flowing through it. Now let's do one thing. Put a magnetic needle over here. If we put magnetic needle over here and when the key started, like when current passes through it, charges pass through it, the needle will move on this side. Means first it was on this side, then it will get deflected on this side. So it will get deflected by this much. Why is this happening? Because we just saw that current creates magnetic field. So if current is flowing through this wire, then it's creating magnetic field over here. Okay, this is okay because charges are moving through it and because of that magnetic field is getting created and we are getting the deflection in the magnetic needle. Then what Maxwell did, that he put the needle over here. Now this is capacitor. This space is completely vacant. This space is there is nothing between it. Now we started flowing the current through this wire. Now what happened? Here again this magnetic needle got deflected. This got deflected by this much. But here we don't have any kind of material medium. Okay. So If we take this needle, let's take this needle. Let's put this A and put this as B, and let's take A needle. So we had this needle over here, but then it got deflected from over here, and this was the deflection. So let's calculate the Amperian loop over here. You know the Ampere's law, right? Can you tell me the Ampere's law? Suppose this is the Amperian loop. So we can write it down as closed integration of BdL will be equal to mu naught I amount of current going through this, and this much magnetic field is getting created. That means I and magnetic field, that is B, are independent. So if here I is 0, then our field should be 0. If there is no current, then there should not be any kind of magnetic field. Now let's take this B part. What happened? We again put needle at B part. So this B part needle, will also get deflected. But we still studied that to create current, we need a particular material medium, because charges need some kind of matter to move from one point to another point. But in the capacitor, inside the capacitor, we don't have any material medium, and this magnetic needle will only get deflected when there is magnetic field. So when there is no charge, there should not be any current. And if there is no current, then there should not be any magnetic field. But still we are getting magnetic deflection here. That means there is magnetic field. So this was a huge controversy at that time. We didn't know that where this magnetic field came from, because we only knew these things, that current creates magnetic field. Current or charges require material medium to travel. Without material medium, charges can't travel. And moving charges create current. So if there are no charges, then where is this current coming from? Because current is creating magnetic field. If there is magnetic field, then there should be current. And if there is current, there should be charges. And if there are charges, there should be material medium. But it's not happening. So this was a huge controversy, and because of this, we came to know that we did lot of wrong calculations. So after some time, Maxwell helped in that. Maxwell created some different things. If there is nothing, no material medium over here, so there should be something here through which our charges are flowing, or our current is getting created. We can't know exactly for sure that charges are flowing, but our current is getting created. So there means there should be something over here, because we are getting magnetic field. So Maxwell worked on that, and he helped Ampere, or he modified Ampere's law, and that's what we are going to study in displacement currents. So we'll continue this displacement current remaining in next lecture. Thank you.
अरे एक मिनट, देख लिए, पसंद आया वीडियो? तो ऐसे ही और इन्फॉर्मेटिव वीडियोस को देखने के लिए आज ही हमारे एप्लीकेशन डोरा भाई को डाउनलोड कीजिए प्ले स्टोर से, जहां हमारे एजुकेटर्स फ्रॉम टॉप इंस्टीट्यूशंस और आईआईटी से आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी के हिसाब से लेके आए हैं क्यूरेटेड वीडियो लेक्चर्स और वाइड वैरायटी ऑफ नोट्स बिल्कुल फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट। तो देरी किस बात की, आज ही हमारे और आपके डोरा भाई को डाउनलोड कीजिए प्ले स्टोर से और एग्जाम में फोड़ दीजिए।